You join us in Los Angeles, California, where we've come to try the new S60, Volvo's forthcoming compact executive saloon car. Begs the question, Swedish car, British journalists, so why schlep all the way over to the west coast of America? Well, the S60 is the first ever Volvo to be built right here on American soil, which is all very exciting. But it's not built here in LA, far from it. It's actually built in Charleston, South Carolina, all the way over on the East Coast, which is about 2,500 miles that way. But LA is the glamorous location in which Volvo wanted to launch its new car, so LA is where we've come. And like Volvo's other cars, there is a fair amount of glamour to the way the S60 looks, and it is going to need every ounce of that glamour because it's going to be up against perennial executive car favourites like the Audi A4, BMW 3 Series and Mercedes C-Class. The question is it more than just a pretty face? Climb inside and you get pretty much the same experience as you get in most of Volvo's other cars, and that is a very good thing indeed. Proceedings are dominated by this massive 9-inch touchscreen which looks fab and is pretty easy to find your way around. You've also got sumptuous materials and slick switches, and that helps deliver the feeling of quality and exclusivity that customers demand. There's enough space in the back for 2 adults, 3 if they're prepared to get cozy, and the boot isn't a bad size either, although it's not quite as big as you get in an A4 or a 3 Series. Get it out on the road and the S60 feels very similar to a lot of Volvo's other cars, not least because it's built on the same adaptable platform as the V60, the V90, the S90, the XC60 and the XC90. It's neither the most comfortable car of its type nor the sharpest in the corners, but what it does give you is a really good balance of both abilities, so it always feels secure and civilised in equal measure. The top level trim, catchily called Polestar Engineered, comes with a Vettel suspension that features upgraded adaptable dampers, adaptable with spanners that is, not with the various driving modes. And it also comes with additional structural bracing at the front end and upgraded brakes. It does feel quite a bit sharper, but it is a lot firmer riding, so make sure you're prepared to sacrifice a bit of ride comfort in pursuit of extra agility. The S60 also represents a little bit of an ethos change for Volvo because it's going to be the first of the firm's cars not to be offered with a diesel engine, leaving just petrols and petrol-electric plug-in hybrids. The engine in the car we've got here is the T6 petrol with all-wheel drive, but this is an engine that we're not likely to be getting in the UK. Earlier on though, we did have a shot in the T8 plug-in hybrid, which we will be getting in the UK. In US spec, it has a combined output of 415 horsepower, but that'll be knocked down to about 405 for European cars. But whatever the case, there is plenty of power and performance is never in short supply. That having been said though, the slightly strangled nature of the power delivery means it never quite feels as fast as the numbers suggest. And the slightly all or nothing action of the throttle and particularly the brakes means it can be a little bit difficult to drive the car smoothly. The S60 isn't perfect, but it is a very appealing car in a number of ways, most notably its design, its quality, its practicality and its safety, not to mention the fact that it's just a little bit different from the Audis and BMWs that everybody else drives. Pricing will be key, of course, and that won't be announced until closer to the car's on sale date in the first quarter of next year. However, it's likely to be very competitive and it's also likely to come with lots of standard kit for your money. If you haven't already got your heart set on that 3 Series, then you might want to hang around and have a look at one of these.